worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. Let's go. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all want to ring. Yeah, we all want to be free.
We are here, folks, for the live Lions Nation Night Show, and we're going to have a fun one for you folks today. Why? It is just me, and it's just you. Why is that? It's the holidays, folks. People got a lot of things going on, and so this is going to be a solo show. So we're going to get into Lions and Panthers. We're going to talk about the Detroit Lions, obviously, playoffs. We're going to get everything, and then we'll do some QA and have some fun. We got Chrome in the building, Paul Ginder, Weston Lyon, Alex Kamara, Chef Chris Smith, Alan Dana, all in the building, and I appreciate you all. And, of course, my man, the king, Mr. 9 Drinks, and Frog Crop. Whoa, what's up, Frog? We got the frog in the building, man. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't done so. And if you ain't subscribed, that's absolutely nuts. Also, folks, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. If you have, or if I'm not going to talk to you by then, make sure you guys have that. I'm sure I will talk to you guys by then. That's the way things go. But, you know, just right now, make sure that you have a good time. And it's cold outside, and the weather is frightful. And if you're living in Michigan here, we're about to get a snowfall. So make sure you're warm and all that lovely, lovely stuff. Why is that? I got a cold because my kids got a cold, got me a cold. But a great thing happened today. My brother, I have not seen in 6 years, has returned, and it is awesome. So he is spending time with the fam, and it's a good, good thing. Boy, the Lions getting a lot of love. 7-7, winning 6 of 7, looking like a team. If you look at the power rankings, a lot of teams now have them in the top 10 in the NFL power rankings, and they continue to win. A lot of people, well, I don't want to say a lot, but people were upset that we didn't defeat the Jets by a giant margin and whooped them. Folks, you're not going to do that every single Sunday. If you can win an ugly game, I will take that all day. I could care less if it's 2-0 victory. Wins is better than losses. I don't care about, billions of stats. I just like wins. Wins, baby, wins. If you look at what Kansas City Chiefs did this past Sunday, they nearly lost to the Houston Texans. The 1-11 or 13? I don't even know. But they're a one-win football team over there. They're nearly lost. Mike, I work at Herman Miller in Holland, Michigan. Well, there you go, man. Mike forgotten us again? I never forget anybody. Never forget Weston Lyon. Never forgets you. Dab Daddy, Detroit Lions fan. 426, Weston, varies. Where do you guys have the Lions in the power rankings? I think top 10 is good. 10 to 12 around there. You still want to see them win more. You still want to see them go to the playoffs and get a victory. I honestly don't really care about power rankings that much. To me, it's more just what do people think of the Lions. It doesn't matter if I say, well, I think they're a top 10 team, or I think they're a top 15 team. Then it means absolutely nothing. It's just, you just got to go out there and win, and that's really it. Night Owl says in 1978, they're the best team in the NFL. Love that. Hey, can't argue, man. Go Lions, man.
Got him.
Got him, man. We got 8, 10, and a smile. The smile is definitely the best power ranking right there. No doubt about it. We got Brian. What's up, man? I like that avatar, by the way. That looks kind of cool. BP. Looks like you're a legend right there. Anyone still think we need to replace Goff in the draft, or has he proven himself? Oh, man. Already with the Goff stuff? He's going to be here next year. Doesn't matter about what anyone thinks. I think the Lions should draft a quarterback just like they did with Brock Purdy with the San Francisco 49ers. That was the last pick in the draft. There's nothing wrong with getting a quarterback. It just depends where you want to get him at. Jared Goff ain't going nowhere. He's going to be here next year. But, yeah, we got to, look, Jared Goff is Jared Goff. He's doing what he's doing. I love what he's doing right now, winning games. I don't care about stats. He made the play on the line, got that 4th down in inches, resulted in touchdown, won the game. That's the only thing I care about. Wins. Let's see here. I kind of want the Packers game to be a winner, though. Yeah, we got to be. Oh, you want to go. Ooh, that would be nice. I see you saying there. Also, if you didn't know, the Lions are now picking in the 4th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. Big game Sunday. Rams and Broncos. You say, why is this a big game? Because this will determine who's the number 3 pick in the draft. Then Denver Broncos are sitting right next to the Rams pick. So, these two got the same record, 4-10. The winner of that bad boy can fall the way to around the 9th pick. The loser of that bad boy go up to the 3 pick. Why want the 3 pick? Because I'd love to get Jalen Carter or Will Anderson. Still love Jalen Carter. Love him. I want Jalen Carter. I want him now. Call me J.G. Wentworth. 877 Carter now. I want that bad boy. But let's get into the Detroit Lions versus the Carolina Panthers. Now, this is an interesting matchup. Did the scouting report. Players you got to pay attention to is obviously DJ Moore. This guy is a good wide receiver. He's a bona fide number 1. I'm sure Jeff Okudah is going to be on him. That's their biggest threat. They can run the football well, but the Lions' defense has been stopping the run. I'm convinced they will do that. I think we need to turn them to a one-dimensional team. Darnold has over 500 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And I think we can get one of those to be an interception. How about we finally get an interception on this guy, right? He hasn't played that many games due to injury, but doesn't matter. You're playing against the Detroit Lions, who picks off everybody. So the Panthers' offense, right now, points per game, that's 19.7. That's 24th in the NFL. I'm going to take the over on that. I think the Detroit Lions will definitely get over 19 points. Matter of fact, at the end of this, I'll give you a prediction of what I think is going to happen before we get to the QA. The prediction of this game, and I think it's not going to be a game I'm too worried about. I don't think it's going to be a cardiac cat game. Don't think so, because I think we can score on these guys. Their total points per game, total yards per game is 288.1. That's 30th in the NFL. They're not a good offense. Carolina Panthers are not. Our defense, this is a worse offense than the New York Jets. So our defense should be able to do a decent job there. Passing yards per game, 170.6, 30th in the NFL. Sam Darnold's not throwing a lot of passes. Rushing yards per game is 117.5, 17th in the NFL. Basically mid-tier right there. And I think we can cut that down significantly the way that our defensive line has been played. Joshua Pascal, Romeo Okwara, Lee McNeil, the commish, Aidan Hutchinson, Bugs, they're getting it done. And if you turn the Carolina Panthers offense one-dimensional, I think it's going to be an easy win. Well, I wouldn't say easy, it's cakewalk. But not a last week where it's a little difficult. I think we can win by more than 3 points. We'll just put it there. Most of the stats were put up without Darnold, I know, 100%. Still the players around him. I know he only got a little over 500. He was injured, but you could still get him. He's not the top quarterback in the NFL. Now, their defense is a little bit different. Their defense is pretty good. That's the one thing about the Carolina Panthers, and they have some boss players on this defense, and we're going to talk about these players. Points allowed per game is 22.4. That's 15th in the NFL. Again, I'm taking the over on there. They got a good defense, but I feel my Lions can score more than that. Why? Because the Detroit Lions offense is ranked 4th in the NFL, and they're putting up gaudy numbers. Yards allowed per game is 342.1, 16th in the NFL. I'm going to take the over on that bad boy. I do think the Detroit Lions offense will get more. Passing yards per game, 211.4. That's 14th they allow. I think Jared Goff probably get around 250 if I'm a guessing man, so I'll take the over there. Rushing yards per game, that's their issue there. It's 130.7, and I think This is the number that Dan Campbell is obviously looking at. I think that this Ben Johnson's going to be looking at is DJ Moore should be playing. Yes, he should be. He's a little dinged up, and you'll see that in my video tomorrow, but he should be good to go. Yep, J.C. Horn. They got some players, and we're going to talk about their players here in a minute. They do got some players. I think they're crapped on a little bit too much. I actually could see them beating the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, Tampa Bay's kind of fallen off a cliff. They really have. They really, really have. But I think when you look at their rushing defense, that's where the Lions take advantage. So they're not good rushing defensively. They're 22nd in the NFL, allowing 130.7 yards. So what do the Lions need to do? What we have been doing. Run the football. DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, Justin Jackson, when you're on the road, you're on the football. The Jets did a really good job stopping the run. And, well, not stopping it, slowed it down. We still got over 100 yards rushing on them. And they were a top 5. Now we're going to a team that's ranked 22nd. They're a bottom 3rd in rush defense. You run the football, play action. Jared Goff on the road. Again, he doesn't have to be the guy. You don't need him to be the guy. That's the whole point in having a run game. Run the football. Run the football, you're going to win the game. What's up, Rumble? What's up, my guy? I should have sent you a link, man. Wasn't even thinking about it. If you ever want to get on, Rumble, just hit me up on DM me on Twitter. I know you're working a lot, so that's why I haven't been bugging you. I think the Lions going to be able to run the football, and when you run the football the way I do believe they can with the 4 or 5 yard gashes, play action's going to happen, and what's going to happen? It's Amon-Ra first down. You're going to get the players around on this offense to score. You know, this defense is around, I'd say 10 to 16 ranked defense. And the Lions did it against a top 5 defense. I think they're going to do it here again. So here's some players that you do got to pay attention to. They got some bosses there. Brian Burns, 10.5 sacks. He was considered potentially being on the trade market, trade before the trade deadline. Why? Because this guy is a 24-year-old monster. This guy can wreak havoc. He'll be playing in this game. So our tackles has got to do a good job to stop Brian Burns. He's the X factor for them on defense. If they can get to Jared Goff, they have a shot. If the Lions' offensive line stops the pass rush, the Lions going to win this game. And the Lions' offensive line has been doing that. They've been beating the hell out of teams at the line of scrimmage. But he is a dog. Frankie Louvu, 6 sacks. He a dog as well. Marquise Haynes, 4 sacks. Damian Wilson, 2. And Yutu Gross-Matos with 1.5 sacks, who, to me, thought be a little bit better than that right now in his career. But that's what he's got going right there. Go ahead and hit that like button, folks. Let's get to 35 likes. Right now, we're 90 in the building. Let's get to 35 likes. I think we can get it done. 100%. So you look at their defense. That's the strength of their team is their defense. 100%. For them offensively to work, they got to be able to run the football. That is key for them, is to run the football. They do got the ability to do so, but the interesting part here for me is the Lions defense has done such a good job stopping the run. Foreman, their running back, last week, Foreman, he was using the run game. He bottled up completely. He managed 21 yards on 16 attempts. If that happens again for the Carolina Panthers, something like that on Saturday, the Lions are going to win the game. Because they have to run the football. They can't be a team that's one-dimensional. That is their thing. DJ Moore, really good wide receiver. Again, this guy, last week he had 6 targets for 73 receptions. He'll be going against Jeff Okudah. They do got some other weapons out there. Terrace Marshall, who I do like as well. He had 51 yards on 3 targets. He's someone I do like. And their tight end's not doing a whole lot. Just not. For this so far this season, he has 19 receptions for 176. Sam Darnold, he threw for 225 yards, 14 of 23. And they're doing this against a Steelers team who the Steelers are right now not really that good of a football team. The Detroit Lions are better right now than the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are. We don't agree. All you got to do is look at the Detroit Lions offense right now. Points per game, they're 6th in the NFL with 26.4 average. Total yards per game, 375.1. That's 4th in the NFL. Passing yards, 249.1, 8th in the NFL. Rushing yards, 125.4, 13th in the NFL. And the Lions right now, I think what makes the Lions good and what's hurting the Panthers is the Lions are 6th in the NFL in the turnover differential at +2. The Carolina Panthers turnover differential is -2. And they are bottom 3rd in the NFL. What wins games, folks? Turnovers. We've seen it. I know it's cliche to say, but turnovers win games. Let me know in the comment section right now. What is your prediction for the game? What is your score prediction? We got 98 in the building. Let me know in the comment section what your score prediction for this game is. Let me know. I want to see if there's anybody on Facebook on LNU. You guys if you're on LNU, you got to comment, guys. Comment on there. And if you're on my personal page, you got to jump on the LNU Facebook page if you want to comment if you're a Facebooker. Or you can jump on YouTube because it's not going to come up on my thing and I won't be able to see it. What time do we play? 1 p.m. That's, of course, the time we pay. And I'm going to make a bold prediction that has nothing to do with this game. Lions, Packers will be flexed into prime time. Here's the score predictions. We got 31-14 Lions, 27-10 Lions, 31-17 Lions, Philip C. 31-6 Lions, Lions 35, Panthers 17, Lions 32-21, 31-17 Lions, 34-20. We still score 30+. Lions, are favored by 3, Xmas Eve. No miracles needed this game. Lions 24-14. Alan Dana, interesting score prediction there. 28-14, Lions. We got 24-13 Lions, 30-14 Lions. I think Lions fans are confident, and I believe you should be confident because this team has shown that we can win at home and on the road. Lions by 2 scores. Chrome, okay, that's a bold prediction. 28-14 Lions. And if you're a Panthers fan, I generally try to keep this stuff objective. I just think that we're the better team right now. This time, I do believe you're better than what you get credit for. I think the Lions right now are a better football team. Offensively, we really don't have any weakness on this team. The Lions can hit you from every single front. We back up tight. We have 3 tight ends they'll pass to and make plays, and you don't even know a name of what these guys are. You got Brock Wright, Zane Zylstra, and James Mitchell. These are tight ends. Every wide receiver on this roster can make a play. Jamison Williams, Josh Reynolds, Amon-Ra first down, Khalif Raymond. These guys are boss. The offensive line is top 5. The Lions' run game is good. We got Jamal Williams, all he does is get touchdowns. And we got the big play threat in DeAndre Swift. This offense is ridiculous. So it's not a slight at your team at all. I'm not trying to be saying, oh, terrible team. It's just this Lions offense is ridiculous. And the defense is playing at a mid-level defense. And when you have a top 5 offense like the Detroit Lions are, and you have a defense right now that's coming into its own and it's been playing the last 7 weeks as a mid-level defense, it's hard to stop it. And that's why the Lions have won 6 of 7. It's because they're a hard team to defend against. And the Lions' defensive line is really picking up. You got James Houston with 5 sacks, rookie. You got Aidan Hutchinson, who right now is fighting for Defensive Rookie of the Year with Sauce Gardner. multiple sacks, number 1, rookie. You got Romeo Okwara back healthy. Came back last week, got 2 sacks. The John Kaminsky, Joshua Pascal, Lee McNeil, and Buggs, they're stopping the run game. Teams are not running on the Detroit Lions like they did in the first half. I could tell you the Lions' stats on defense, and you'd say, oh, they're just absolutely terrible. If I was to tell you that's not how they've played the last 7 weeks, it's the truth. This defense is playing much improved the last 7 weeks. And you can't remove the first half of the season, the first 3/4 of the season so far, from the stats, so it makes it look bad. But if you look the past 7 weeks, they've just come their own. And that's why this team is winning. Both teams are fighting for a playoff spot, so I don't think that the Panthers are going to be a layover at all. I think they're going to fight their tails off. The Jets fought their tails off. I think the Lions are just have a better talent on their team. They just do. The Lions right now is a more talented football team. You look across this roster, you're like, holy moly! Like there's names coming out there, and it's looking really good. It really is. And I think the Lions are going to win this game. So I'm going to give you my score prediction right now, and then we'll do a mailbag segment. We'll get you guys involved with this bad boy. But I got my official personal video hitting tomorrow. I want you to check that out, even though you're going to get my score prediction right here from me. But, I got about to sneeze. Whew. Oh, hold on one second. I got a sneeze coming. Okay, is it going to come out or am I going to hold it? I got cold, guys. I got cold. But here it is. My score prediction. Lions are not going to be a cardiac cat mode on Saturday. 27-17, Lions win by 10. I think that they'll just get under 30 because the Panthers defense is pretty good. But they'll win 27-17, and we're kind of chill in the fourth quarter. I think the Lions can do it. I think they got the win there. Probably the biggest concern on the schedule is the Bears, in all honesty, because of the it's just a cold. I feel not too bad. It's honestly just and everybody. I tell you what, if you live in Michigan, everybody's got a cold right now. This weather is like up, down, right? That's just how it works. With that said, a lot of people may be afraid of the Green Bay Packers. I got to say, I'm not that afraid of them. I even watched that game last night, and you're just like, they're just not the same team that I'm used to seeing. Their team is generally better than what we saw. Now, the Chicago Bears is the one that's a little bit different, though, but it's at a home game. I still think the Lions win, but I mean, it's the mobile quarterback, the Justin Fields there. So, I do believe that the Lions win this game, and I think we make the playoffs as the 7th seed. And then we face Minnesota Vikings for the playoffs. And what a hell of a way to do that. The one team I would like to face in the playoffs would be the ones you would face, the Minnesota Vikings, as it would stand right now. Seattle, if they lose, and the Commanders lose, and they both got terrible games, we're talking about the Seattle Seahawks and the Commanders. They got to face the 49ers and Kansas City Chiefs. So by this weekend, the Lions could be sitting at the number 7 seed, and I suspect that to be the case. 100% do. Rams, again, if you just came in, they lost last night. Lions now sitting at the 4th pick. Biggest game besides the Lions this weekend is Broncos-Rams. You want the Broncos to win this game. They're both sitting there at pick 3 and 4. So the loser of that bad boy will jump up to the number 3 spot. I think sitting at 3 is absolutely ideal. 2 or 3 would be perfect. because you get Will Anderson or Jalen Carter. One of those will be there. You don't want to miss out. I think there's 3 blue chippers. 2 of those I want on this team. I like Jalen Carter the most, but a consolation prize with Will Anderson's, you're not going to hear me cry. So, without further ado, let's get into this mailbag segment, folks. Let's get into it. Yeah, if you've got a question, put in hashtag. We'll have some fun, man. I don't care what it's about. Let's get this thing going, man. Hashtag, folks. The mailbag segment. There we go. Let me see. Let me get some. So let me get.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. Playoffs. I'm doing again.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs?
I am talking playoffs. I am, absolutely. I'm definitely ready for the snow. It snowed here. I live in Holland, Michigan. We got dumped on. We get lake effect, so there's a ton of snow already here. Let's see. Liza, are you used to being called favorites in game? Weston Line? That is an interesting one. It is. I'm not used to it. I got to be 100% honest with you. I am not used to it. It is weird, but it feels good. It feels good. When you get called favorites, it's like, this is what it's like, right? This is what it's like to be a winning franchise. Imagine if we draft Jalen Carter, Jack Campbell, Joey Porter Jr., Henry Tuoto, and Marvin Mims. Alex Kamara, are you trying to make me cry with joy? Because that would be the greatest draft that I can think of. Let me move this over here so I can see this a little bit better. Hashtag FGB. What do you think we're going to do with the Minnesota pick? I have no idea. Again, it's best player available, and that we're talking about a late second-round draft pick. I don't know. I think they can go in many different ways. Maybe they go running back too. You could go running back. I know a lot of people would say, "Oh, we don't need to go running back." But look, man, if you got 2 first-round picks and another second-round pick. So if you were to address defense in all these picks, that's pretty much like you got your defensive lineman, a linebacker, and a corner. You got to address other positions. You can't simply just go every single pick as defense. You go running back or guard, potentially a right guard because we've had problems there. Hashtag smash the quarterback. How many sacks do you think Hutchinson, Romeo, and Houston gets? How about I go this. Right now, the Panthers' offensive line is ranked 22 in the NFL. So I'll say Hutch 1, Houston 1. Houston 2, Romeo 1. Let's see. Thoughts on Rodgers talking smack about the Lions post-game interview? Keep it up. Keep it up, Mr. Big Talk. No one cares about you, Karen. Karen, you just talk. You just talk. That's all you got to do, bro. No one cares about you anymore. I'm watching you play, Karen, and you're not the same Karen Rodgers. You're not. You've lost a freaking step. Now, you're still damn good, but you ain't elite like you used to be. I'm sorry, but if any of these running backs or anything like Derrick Henry, yeah, it's worth picking the first-round pick. Otherwise, last 3 years, they're done. Look, BPA, man. I always believe that. Now, I'm not wanting to get a running back in the first round, but I trust what Brad Holmes is doing. Brad Holmes has done a phenomenal job in the draft. This guy is the best GM we've ever had. Can you criticize him? Absolutely. You always criticize the Levi and Muzurike. Just because you criticize a guy doesn't mean he ain't good. I criticize myself. So, I mean, I trust him. Who is better, James Houston getting sacks and limit snaps or LNU viewers smashing that like button? Oh, I got to do LN viewers smashing that like button. That's exactly it. But I got to say, James Houston getting sacks every single game is not bad, not too shabby. This guy's balling. Number 2 sacks of rookies in the NFL. Number 1, Aidan Hutchinson. It's just, isn't it amazing? Isn't this just the craziest thing you guys see? I've been a Lions fan for 31 years. I've never seen anything like this where you're seeing these young players, these rookies and sophomore players, just being an impact. All of them are making an impact. Kirby Joseph right now is one as safety for going to the Pro Bowl. James Houston, 5 sacks. Aidan Hutchinson, Lee McNeil, year 2. Joshua Pascal, stopping the run. Jerry Jacobs, year 2. Like, this is amazing, man. You got Malcolm Rodriguez, not the greatest linebacker in the world, but he's not bad in there at linebacker for a 6th-round rookie. It's crazy. If I miss your question, just copy paste, repost it. We'll get right back to you. I'm not purposely avoiding your question. Just copy and paste. We'll get back to you. Roquan Smith and Daron Payne in free agency, and we'll add Will Anderson. Baker, are you trying to make me be a 1-second man? Because that's the type of stuff that will do it. If you were to get Daron Payne, Roquan Smith, and you got Will Anderson, good luck opposing offenses. Feel the pain. Feel it. I want a San Francisco 49er defense. Don't you guys want that? A defense that just wreaks havoc? You get players like that, and you pair it with this offense. NFC North favorites. Hell, I'll talk about seeding at that point. You give the Detroit Lions a top 10 defense, or even anywhere in that range. This team is going to be scary. We're already good. You have the ability to have players like that. You got free agent money. Think about this, folks. We got the money. We have the money. That is the greatest thing about this offseason. We got money, folks, and we can spend it. We got a draft pick, folks, and we can get it. And we got a GM that knows how to find talent. Now imagine giving this general manager an option between Jalen Carter, Will Anderson. You got another pick there, top 20. You need to get you a linebacker or another corner to pair with a Jeff Okudah and Jerry Jacobs. Or we're going to go get a Roquan Smith and Daron Payne. Good luck. That will be hella good. 2014, we had the number 2 ranked defense. You do something like this, it could be better than that defense. You're talking Payne. 100%. Oh, yeah, we do need corners. Shaw, 100%. I think we need one corner. I don't think we need plurals, maybe for a backup role. You got Tracy Walker. He'll be coming back. Pair him with Kirby. Maybe they bring Elliott back or somebody else. This defense could be sick, man. And that's what I love seeing right now. And AG's not going to get picked up as a head coach. He's going to be back here. And now you're going to give him some legit weapons. Look out. Did you know we have one of the toughest schedules in the NFL? And we 7-7. We won a 6 of 7. Look out. This team's scary, man. And I apologize if I missed your question. I went a little bit of a rant here. But when I see the future of this football team next year, yeah, I'm going to tell you right now, I want the NFC North. Anything under NFC North title is a disappointment. I want 2023 the Lions to win the NFC North. And I want them to talk about seeding and talk about teams that you don't want to face at all. Because this defense is scary. And this offense will put up points. That'd just be immense. Do you think we have a chance to go from worst to first and make the Super Bowl this year? I'm not ready to say Super Bowl at this point. But if you get in, when you're in, you're in. We've seen it multiple times. Hell, you've seen it last year, Cincinnati Bengals. The New York Giants, 2007 was the 6th seed. They freaking beat the undefeated Patriots. So anything can happen when you're in. I think it also, who you play. But there's teams I am worried about. I think the one team that scares me the most is the San Francisco 49ers. That team is good. That team legitimately can go all the way to the Super Bowl. They could beat the Philadelphia Eagles. That defense is real. I watched that team and I was just in awe with the plays that they have and the impact that they have with their defensive line and good God, and they got a compliment offense. So I think they're a better team, but you never know. Any given Sunday, we've seen Jacksonville beat the Dallas Cowboys. We've seen Houston almost beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You never know. You never know. The first part is just get in, right? Karen Rodgers, if Deshaun Elliott wants to come back as a backup, what do you think about that? Yeah, I have no problem with him coming back as a backup. Look, again, I still got Jerry Jacobs and Tracy Walker as a starter. We do 3 safeties as well. I have no problem. I love what Deshaun Elliott has done. Done a really good job. Now, update, he's probably not going to play on Sunday. Deshaun Elliott's probably not going to play on Sunday. Just let you know, Dan Campbell, came out and said that. If, #DragonFan, the only to get a running back in the first round is if the clone of 1990s Barry Sanders, same Lions draft from 1980s, would have already been revealed. Yeah, look, I just think we need help more on the defense. It's not about, well, I just will not take a running back in this round. I'm all about BPA, and I just think when you're sitting at that 4th pick, right now that could be a 3rd pick, I'm looking at other players, even Murphy, the edge, who I would take over any, I got my Jalen Carter ranked 1, Will Anderson. Then we're looking at, it's a step down from there. You're looking at Murphy. You're looking at Keely Ringo, a cornerback, pretty good. Brian Breezy, defensive tackle, pretty good. You're looking at Joey Porter Jr. So I think there's 3 bona fide blue chippers. And if you have an option to get one of those, do it. If you're liking a running back, you can wait a little bit because I love Myles Murphy. Get after the quarterback and sack the quarterback. Get it. There's some players out there that are dogs. Let's see. Mike, the talk of the town is Jared Goff can only take this team so far and can't win a Super Bowl with him. Do you think the Lions can win it all with Goff? I don't know, man. I mean, to win a Super Bowl, it's not just Jared Goff. This is just, to win a Super Bowl, folks, it's not just one player. Like, you got to have everything go right legitimately to win a Super Bowl. So I think, like, if you was to put Jared Goff on the San Francisco 49ers right now with their elite defense and their complement offense, I think he can win a Super Bowl, no doubt. I think a Super Bowl winner, you need a lot. Unless you have an elite level player, that's something, again, like a Tom Brady in his prime or a Peyton Manning who's in there, something like a generational player. But I think if you have enough talent and good defense, I think you can win. And it's not just on one guy. I think Super Bowl, it depends on many, many, many guys. I think that's really important. I think it is. Like, it would be difficult, but it's going to be difficult for 31 other quarterbacks. So, and if you look at the NFC quarterbacks right now that are in the playoff hunt, you got Jalen Hurts, who I do think is a kick-ass quarterback. I drafted him in Fantasy League. That's how much. Unfortunately, he got injured. Then you got Dak Prescott. Under that, who we're looking at, what, Brock Purdy? You got Brock Purdy. You got old Tom Brady, who's been real bad as of late. You got Kirk Cousins in there. I mean, is Jared Goff up there with Kirk Cousins? He just beat Kirk Cousins. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's how you got to look at it. Sorry if I miss your question. Just repost it again, folks. If I miss it, just repost it. We got 262 in the building. Smash that like button. Let's get to 75 likes. Have you heard anything about the team getting new uniforms next year? I remember reading something about that earlier this season. Yeah, they'll have the opportunity to get new uniforms night out 1978 next year. They'll definitely have the opportunity. I don't know if they'll do it. That's up to them. But they'll have the opportunity to do it. 100%. Hashtag FGB. Hey, Mike, do you think Ben Johnson is going to have a bunch of trick plays for the Panthers? I don't think a bunch really needs to do it. I don't think you need to really do that. I think you need to kind of just play like you played with that Jets game. It wasn't two trick plays out there. They went for it on fourth down at the goal line stand, but I think pretty much everybody would at that point. We're talking about fourth and inches. Obviously, the play action to Brock Wright was a killer play, but all around, they played a conservative offense, and I think in a game like this, you can do that again against a pretty good defense. I think you can open it up a little bit more because they're not the Jets' top 5 defense. They're a top 15 defense in the NFL. But I don't think he needs to go out on the trick plays. I think you're just a better team. We just have the better players. When I look at trick plays and I look at aggressiveness, I talked about that Minnesota Vikings game specifically because I felt like that the Minnesota Vikings can strike at any minute. Like they're a team, if you're down 30 seconds, they can score a touchdown somehow. We've seen that with the Colts game, how they came back and won it. Do you think that the Panthers are a team like that right now? I don't think so. I don't think they're at that level yet where you have to be like that. So in this game, I'm okay with a little bit of conservative call. I'm fine with it. On the road, run the football, play action, smash mouth. Get it to Amon-Ra, get it to Khalif. We don't have to do flea flickers. We don't have to do double jet sweeps. We don't have to do plays like that in this game. Now, if they do it, great, but I just don't think we need to in this game. It's not a game where I'm that worried. Now, if we're going to get to Kansas City Chiefs, yes, I'm with you. You're going against a team like San Francisco 49ers, trick plays, please. One of those teams, the Philadelphia Eagles, where we went out when we played the Philadelphia Eagles, yes. Because they're teams that are really good, they can strike quick, and it's going to be hard to match them. So those are the type of teams you worry about a little bit more. See here. One Pride, would you be okay with us drafting Jack Campbell in the second? Yeah, 100%. Alex, I don't think he's in there in the second round. 100% I'd take Jack Campbell. He's my favorite linebacker in the draft. Jack Campbell's a dog. He's going to get it. Mike, if Bryce Young fell to the Rams pick, would you have him? He's not going to fall there, Weston Lions. If he somehow fell there, I would be wondering why he got passed up. He's not going to, there's no way he does. He seems to be a lock to be the first pick, and if he's not, he'll be the second pick with the team trading up if the Texans decide to be the Texans. But I would definitely think about it because he's that damn good. I'm BPA. It has nothing to do with Jared Goff. It has nothing to do with, if I draft a defensive lineman, it has nothing to do with Lee McNeil. It has to do with I'm just BPA. Like, I just love Jalen Carter that much. I like Will Anderson that much. I do like Joey Porter Jr. I do like Murphy. I do like Ringo. I do like Jack Campbell. It's not a knock on the current players. It's just like, okay, man, it's a BPA. $5 super from Paul Ginder. Hashtag FGB. Smash the hell out of the like button, please, for Mike Paul. You are a real one. I want to give you something here. Let's do this one. Let's get this one.
Ultra Combo!
That's an ultra combo right there. Thank you so much, Paul. Dang, we got 300 in the building. Let's get to 100 likes. I had no idea. I'm in a different screen. Just seeing it right now. 300 in the chat. If I miss your question, forgive me. It's not on being a prick. It's because I missed your question. Let's see. LNU, if you're going to spend big money in free agency, knowing you can't get Carter, is there an obvious Daron Payne? I love Daron Payne. I would target Daron Payne 100%. I think Daron Payne would be great for the Lions defensive line. He's a free agent, and I don't think he's coming back to the Commandos. Hashtag One Pride. Would you be okay with us drafting Jack Campbell? Yes, sir. Did that one already. Sorry for re-answering that. Takes 11 to win. 100% I agree with you, Don Staples. There. It does. In a Super Bowl, everything's got to go right, folks. We're talking. I mean, to win is like look. You see all teams out there. The Bengals are a really good team. They lost the Super Bowl. Everything has to go right. Matthew Stafford won the Super Bowl last year, and there was a pick that should have happened that didn't happen. But just everything falls right, man. It's the luck of the Irish. Heart stars and marshmallows, clovers and blue moons. It's literally killing 2 stones with 1 bird. It's when you're doing push-ups, you're pushing the earth down. It's everything is going right. You walk outside and stumble upon a freaking treasure chest. Winning a Super Bowl is not easy. I was just looking for Goff's stats when I looked at the Rams Super Bowl, and his stats were basically the same as the stats he has right now. Yes, it is. It's 2018 stats are very, very similar to what's going on right now. Rodgers is the Grinch. I don't know what. Dude, Rodgers, chill out, man. Chill out, guy. You got to walk before you can run, bro. Rodgers, you need to worry about the Miami Dolphins before you worry about the Detroit Lions. That's who you face next. You face a really good team. Their offense is ridiculous. And I don't think you're going to be able to keep up with them. I'm going to be frank with you. Tyreek Hill, you're not going to be able to keep up with them. Jalen Waddle, you're not going to be able to keep up with them. So how about you worry about this next game before you worry about us? Because you lose this next game, Rodgers, you're done. Your playoff hopes is over. You have to win out, and the Lions have to lose. You have to win out. The Lions have to lose 2 out of 3, and then you got to get luck out of other teams. So, dude, chill out, man. Chill out, dog. You got to worry about the Panthers first, or you got to worry about the Dolphins first before you worry about us. Just did that question there. Sorry. Hashtag FGB. Who do you think we keep Swift for next year? Do we keep Swift for next year? Oh, this is a big question mark. I would say yes because of he's not like he's costing much. I would say that, but I can also see them drafting a running back, like in the 2nd round or something like that. I could see that happen. Greetings from Planet Detroit. 100%. I tell you what, man, Frog Crop, if Jared Goff came out and says, yo, I can't wait to beat the Packers, talking to the Packers right now, I'd be like, what are you doing, Jared Goff? How about you focus on the Carolina Panthers right now? That's what I would say to him. One game at a time, is you one brick at a time, is what TA always says. You got to take it one step at a time, man. I want my team, just like they did, I want my team to be one playoff game every week. That's what it is. Every game, act like it's your last game. Don't go in there and thinking about I don't want them to think about the Packers on Saturday. I want them to think about the Panthers. And when they're done with the Panthers, I want them to only think about the Bears. And we're done with the Bears, then we can focus on the Green Bay Packers. I'm not underestimating them. I'm just not thinking about them right now. We gotta focus on the Carolina Panthers. I'm not focusing on a team I'm facing on Week 18. I don't know even what's going to happen between now and then. The Lions potentially could have everything locked up if the crazy things happen on the Bears game. They could. If every team, like Seattle loses, if the Commanders lose twice, the Giants lose, the Lions win. I think the Lions would pretty much have it locked up at that point. Maybe the Packers lose too. So I'm not even thinking about that right now. But I would say this. I would say this right now to Aaron Rodgers: focus on the Miami Dolphins. And I'm sure your head coach is saying that right now. How about you focus on the Miami Dolphins first? Because they're a pretty good team. They're a pretty good team. And you got to win out. You don't have, the Packers don't have a chance to lose a game. If they lose a game, they're out. It's out. It's over. And say the Lions win. We win, right? I'm gonna say this right now. We win on Sunday. The Lions are 8-7. We win, or Saturday, we're 8-7. We win Chicago Bears. We're 9-7. Guess what? Aaron Rodgers, just want to let you know. The Lions then would be 4 wins in the division. To even if we were to lose on that Week 18 to 2 losses, guess what? We'd have the tiebreaker over you. Just saying. So before you even think about us, we're not thinking about you. We're thinking about winning Carolina and winning that game first. That's what we're thinking about. So, like, for the Packers to make the playoffs, it has to be They go outside with a shovel. They're trying to plant some plants in the ground, and when they hit a chest of gold. That's the type of luck they got to have right now. They got to win out, then they got to have crazy things happen. So just, for us, focus on the next team. For them, they should be focused on the Miami Dolphins. That's it. That is it. If you got questions, let me know. Put it in the comment section. This is the mailbag segment. Mailbag segment where you guys run the show. And I love doing it on my own sometimes, where it's just a one-on-one and we have a good time. Tonight, we'll be recording a video where Herman Moore will release that when we release it. You'll obviously be talking about the Carolina Panthers game. That's what we'll be talking about, just FYI. Hashtag FGB, I believe Hutchinson will have another interception against Aaron Rodgers. Boy, that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. I give that odds pretty low, but it'd be hilarious. We can and will start trending yet. We've been trending. This team's trending. The media's in love with the Detroit Lions right now. If you you type in Detroit Lions, man, people are going off the chains. My views are going up because of it. I never seen views like this before because people are so excited for this football team right now. And I said it. Oh, I skip your question. Sorry, Doc. Dr. D, I'm not trying to do that. No, I'm not trying to do that. Packers have like a 4% chance. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Dr. D or anybody else, I'm not skipping your question on purpose. I got a cue here. If you can see the cue, I see a cue, and I click on it, and it goes up and down. It's like, brrrr, and so that's how I see it. That's why I do the hashtag. It makes it so my eye can see it. So it's not purposely skipping your question. You just got to copy and paste it. When you copy and paste a question, if I miss it, I will see it after a while. See it. But you got to understand, from my view, I have a queue of questions that pop up. That's just the way that works. Hashtag Mike, is this the best Lions draft in team history? Oof. Dr. Detroit, I can't answer that one because I've been a Lions fan for only 31 years. I don't know the draft from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I'm not going to say it's you got the best players, because you can always say Barry Sanders. You can say Megatron. Even Matthew Stafford was a really good draft. But all around, this was a hell of a good draft. It's one of the better ones that I've seen the last 2 years. This one specifically, God, it's been really good. Let's see. Micro Mike, I fear Justin Fields upsetting the Lions more than Aaron Rodgers. How about you? Yes, because the mobility. It's the dual threat ability that Justin Fields has. That scares me. But I must say, I think if the Lions win this Saturday, the atmosphere at Ford Field will be the loudest probably it's ever been. And I'm considering going to the game, because the last time I seen a game so wild, I was not at the game, but it was when the Lions clinched the playoff berth against the San Diego Chargers. Cliff Averill did a pick six, and the crowd went crazy and chanted playoffs, and it was loud. And I have a feeling that the Lions are going to be so freaking amped, and the crowd is going to be so amped, they'll win that game, even despite of his mobility. I think that is facts. Just because the team is going to feed on it, it's going to be so freaking epic. Outstanding. Philip C says, will we see Micro Mike reporting for ESPN next year? Probably not. No. But if you want to see ESPN reporting on Chat Sports, check out other Chat Sports channels, because some ESPN reporters are employed by our Chat Sports. Chat Sports. That's what we got. Mike, do you think Keely Ringo could be QB1 or cornerback 1 or 2 with the Cuda? Oh yeah, I think he could be. I like Keely Ringo. I think he's a very good corner. And if we're sitting there, and I don't think he's going to be available with our second first-round pick. If he was, say somehow he slid to the 20s, because I think the Lions do make the playoffs, I think you got to take him. I don't think he's going to be there. I think he's more of a top 10 draft pick. I'm hoping the Lions will get Jalen Carter or Will Anderson with that selection with their first pick. I really want Jalen Carter. I really, really do. I love what he brings. He is one of the most dominant defensive tackles that I've seen since Ndamukong Suh. And I think he's a little bit bigger than Suh from a physical aspect. His presence is felt on a defensive line that we haven't seen. I think if you get a Jalen Carter, I think you guys are going to be in a shock to how good this defense could be. You got to watch him. When you see the playoffs in Georgia, when Georgia faces Ohio, watch Jalen Carter. This guy is freaking dominant. This guy is a game wrecker. I've had him pegged as my number one prospect for a while over Will Anderson because he is that dominant. And he can change a defense. He can take this defense, and I think it'd be top 10 defense. Just adding him alone. Because he's that dominant. You've seen what happened when we got Ndamukong Suh, how our defense changed. And I think if you paired Jalen Carter with Lee McNeil, Joshua Pascal, Bugs, I think we should get him back. You get, obviously, Aidan Hutchinson, Romeo Okwara. You have James Hughes. This defensive line could be one of the best in the NFL. Arguably, one of the best. That's what I want to see. But I love Kelee Ringo. But there's no way on planet Earth I'm taking Ringo over a Jalen Carter. So it's just my board, how I have it. But I do love Ringo. Been a Lions fan for 6 years, the best that I've seen, and I'm so happy for you, Don Staples. Extremely happy for you. All these Lions fans that, you're older Lions fans, you've been watching this team for many years. You've seen disappointment. This is for you. You guys deserve this. And why do I think that this is different than years past, like 2014, 2011? I like those teams, but there's always something I always talked about those teams, that they're a finesse team. Yeah, we had the number 2 defense in the NFL, but it just didn't feel like it was a physical team, but it didn't feel like this, what we're building here. And we knew after 2014 that team wasn't going to be the same. We all knew that Suh wasn't coming back. Nick Fairley had some issues. This team is so physical. That's how you win in the NFL in December, is physicality. The San Francisco 49ers is the team I look at and say, that is a team I want to kind of be like. And that's what we're doing. A freaking physical team. And that's how you win, man. I mean, look, 49ers, they lose Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance. They got Brock Purdy in there still winning because they're so physical. Like, the players on offense are physical. You got Deebo Samuel, like Amon-Ra St. Brown taking those hits. You can take the deep pass, the deep route. You got a freaking beast offensive line. You got a running back that all he does is score touchdowns. DeAndre Swift change of pace. Then your defensive line is becoming physical. That's how you win in the NFL, not finesse. That stuff doesn't last. The Arizona Cardinals, it didn't last. 2011 Lions offense, it didn't last because it's not physical. It's not meant to last. But when you have a beast offensive line and you can pound a team into the dirt from quarter 1 to quarter 4, that's how you win in the NFL. And that's what we have right now. So that's why I'm super excited, even at 7-7. I'm more excited about this team right now than I was in 2011 and 2014 when we went to the playoffs. And we had a good team back then. I'm more excited about next year than I've ever been as a Detroit Lions fan because I think Brad Holmes, in free agency in the draft, can make this team scary. I think the NFL is put on notice this year. Who knows? Maybe we can make a little run. But next year, this ain't going to be the Rams where the team just falls off a cliff. It doesn't do that when you're this young. These are young players, not veterans. They're all young. This team is the second youngest in the NFL. It's ridiculous. So this is meant to last for a long time. And then you replace a player like TJ Hawkinson. You get It's like we trade him. A lot of people are upset. I'm sitting there. I'm not upset. We got Brock Wright. They develop their players. You can replace a player. Hell, we lose players. We lose key offensive players. Khalif Raymond just comes in and makes a play. Josh Reynolds comes in and makes a play. We lose running backs. Oh, well, we got Justin Jackson makes a play. We lose offensive guards. Oh, well, Stenberg comes in. Skipper comes in. You got Evan Brown comes in. That's what this team's about. It is meant to last. Like, we lose Deshaun Elliott. That sucks. 100%. But do you guys think that the whole team's going to fall off? No, I don't. Because I know what they've done with this team. Is there players I don't like? Yeah. But they're getting it done through how they built this team. And that is a credit to Brad Holmes. It's a credit to Dan Campbell. And one of my favorite coaches that does not get talked about is Deuce Staley. A credit to Deuce. This dude is a leader of men. I love Ben Johnson, but we got to show love to Deuce as well. Aaron Glenn pulling this thing out of nowhere, doing the best that he can do. So Kirby is a G. He's going to probably go to the Pro Bowl this year as a rookie. Safety. Who we drafted in the mid-rounds. My favorite player in the draft. I said, well, we got Kirby Joseph. That's a playmaker. That is a guy who gets to the football. It is. Rocky starts. He's not going to have a perfect game every game because he's a rookie. But dang, this dude is sitting there. He's going to probably go to the Pro Bowl. How can you not be happy about that? A guy who you draft in the 4th round. I don't know about you guys, folks. But that's how you win. And these are physical players. They're physical. It's amazing, man. It's amazing what's taking place. It's amazing what's going on with this team. It is not a one-person team. It's all about the team. Khalif Raymond said it best. It's not about me. It's about the team. It's about the family. And that's what's taking place right now. So I'm not worried. I'm not stressed like before because you see it. You see what's being built here. So, I mean, it's amazing. And again, when you start 1-6, you get ripped on. When you go 6-7, you get praise from all hell. And not only you 6-7, but you're beating good teams. Jaguars. They just beat Dallas Cowboys. They look like they could win their division, and we stomped the yard with them. Minnesota Vikings, we stomped the yard with them, who won the NFC North. We beat the Giants. We stomped them in the yard. It looks like they're making the playoffs. We just beat a Jets team, top 5 defense. Robert Saleh was top for coach of the year, right? Dan Campbell comes in and beats him on his turf. What can you say, man? And I don't want to hear it's due to injuries. No, because we had injuries. We've had injuries all year long. It's just, they're believing, man. What's up? We got a Panthers fan in here. What's up, man? I'm not hating on your team, by the way. Not hating on your team. But I appreciate you guys getting in. Appreciate that. I got a party to attend to. A little Christmas party. I got a couple of them. This is my first one of the year. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so. We'll have videos dropping tomorrow and on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. The post-game show will be on here. I don't know who's going to be on with me. Again, this is Christmas Eve. I will be doing a post-game show. So it will happen on here. And Sunday, there's going to be no video Sunday. Why? It's Christmas. Ain't nobody going to be watching that. So I appreciate everybody hanging out, having a good time. Can't wait to talk to you live in the post-game show. Can't wait to hear from you in the videos up front. Everybody, if I don't see you again, have a very Merry Christmas. God bless you and your family. And have a happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. Just have a great, great time in this cold. So He did good. Great. Not bad. I was not mad at all. But appreciate that, guys. If I see you later, see you later. If not, adios, guys. And I hit the wrong one. That is funny. This stream ended. Now we go.
Come easy, had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me, and what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower, scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder, and f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.